Hello, greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Miracle Monday tonight. So we are going to welcome all of you in tonight. I'm happy to see you. We are going to talk about your miracles, the kinds of miracles you might be having or wanting to have or have experienced. Because, I thought that since I always talk about Miracle Monday being, Monday miracles and being uplifting. But then I was thinking, what kind of miracles have you guys had? What kind of miracle stories do you have for us? And I am going to share a great miracle story in a moment. I have a lot of miracle stories. My whole life was based on miracles, which is why I talk about miracles. So guys, you're on with Joan of Angels. I want to welcome you all. I'm so grateful for your presence. And I think we're going to just get the party started. So good evening to Minnesota. Sarah, it is good to see you. And I feel like people are just straggling in. So good evening to you. And let's see who else is in the house. So guys, let us know you're here and where you are from. Gosh, everyone's coming in slow. It feels like a Sunday morning to me. And I'm getting ready. So tonight we are going to bring on any of you that might want to come and share your miracle story in a moment. I'll tell Tina when it's time to get this miracle party started, but I want to see more people on the stream. So share it out with your friends and people, your loved ones. And there we go. All right. So, all right. Hi, Washington State over there. Nice that you're here with us. And who else is on the feed? All right, guys. So I want everyone to take a deep breath in and let it all out. Good. And we have Palm Springs in the house. Good. And take a deep breath in. Let it all out from the soles of your feet. Good. And another deep breath in. And sometimes just playing these tones can bring a sense of balance back in. So guys, with the next deep breath, taking this deep breath in, I want you to literally feel your heart beating. I want you to feel this pulsing that is in your heart. Okay, you know how everyone's heart has to do something, even if you can't hear it, it's got a little beat. So I want you to put your hand on your heart. Put your right hand on your heart, your left hand out. And dearest Mother, Father God, right now we just ask that we be filled with love, with light, and that we be able to feel the presence of compassion, the presence of love, the presence of our angels, our guides, our spiritual team. We ask that we truly be able to step into the miraculous. And step into the miraculous where we know that good things are coming for us. That despite what is happening in the world, we know that we deserve, that we share, that we love, and that which we have been giving out to the world is coming back to us now. And so we ask that our hearts be healed. We ask that the pain be removed from your heart, that all of those tears, those fractures, those wounds, those other people's opinions, curses, anything that has ripped a hole in that heart of yours, right now we are removing that fracture and we are healing and smoothing that out. We especially ask to let go of any worries that you're going to be okay or not okay, any worries about the future, any worries about the past. We ask to let go of anything, this life, past life, future lives, this dimension and all dimensions, anything that's holding us back. All right, guys. Whew. So we're going to pull a card and get started, but we're really thinking about miracles and the kinds of miracles. And one of the stories I wanted to share tonight with all of you, well, I should tell you my grandest miracle story, which was when I had lost everything and I was at my sister's house and we were destitute, my kids and I, because we'd lost everything. And we were still masterminding. So we were destitute, but we still had that consciousness that we could make it, that no matter what, we knew that we could thrive. My two little ones, trusted their mom. And we came together, we held hands, and we started chanting Om. Om. I'm not going to chant it for you because my Oms aren't that good, but not in public. But we started chanting together and we started putting out our intentions and what we wanted to see and what my little ones and I wanted to do with ourselves. We called ourselves the Miracle Makers Club because we just called ourselves the Miracle Makers Club because we knew we needed miracles. And, we did have a miracle. And I'm going to tell you what actually happened. We were destitute. We were living at my sister's. I did not know what I was going to do. And every night we're praying for miracles. And one day, so I had tried to start a new chiropractic office down in Encinitas, but it was my first or second day going. And I knew suddenly that building a rather beautiful big practice like I used to have was not going to be easy. And I was already heartbroken. And I went home and to my sister's, and there on the kitchen counter was the Wall Street Journal. And the Wall Street Journal was open to this page that talked about a lawsuit that had been filed by an attorney, a legal firm up in San Francisco for a dentist who had the exact same injuries that I had. And he had had his benefits denied by the exact same insurance company I had had. And it was the same story. He had seen the same medical doctor for an evaluation that I had. And I'm sitting there in the kitchen. Now, to this day, we do not know how that Wall Street Journal got there on her kitchen table because no one in my sister's house read it. So I'm looking at it dumbfounded, and I pick up the phone, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I think this is the miracle. And I call the attorney's office, and within 2 or 3 days, I had flown up there to meet them and go over my case with them. And out of that, guys, that was in 1998. And in 2002, I won a lawsuit where I was awarded $5 million in punitive damages. So it all started because my children and I started the Miracle Makers Club and so believed in miracles, so believed that the power of that article showed up out of nowhere on my sister's kitchen table. But what did I do? I had to look at it. I had to grok it, really register it. And then what did I have to do? I had to pick up the phone and act upon it. So acting upon our miracles is always a step that, when we get these ideas or when we get these inspirations, and some of them feel like miracles, but acting upon the guidance that we're given. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to Kansas. Beautiful rainy day. I'd like to import your rain here to California, if you don't mind, because we need some rainy days here. Very dry. The governor's initiating a drought conditions. So now, trying to think of, any new updates. So the other update before I pull the card and before we ask who wants to come up and share their miracles, I want to tell you a little bit about the class that I'm giving. And I'm going to share the screen. Okay. I'm also going to be putting it up on my website, but right now it's on the Ascended Masters store. Okay, give me a second. I have to do all sorts of things. I have to go to my Okay. I want to show you what I'm doing. I've had a lot of people who have talked to me about, can you see it, Tina? Yeah, okay. Oh, Tina, you should do it because my system won't let me show it. Okay, the link. I'll put the link here again. Okay, sorry guys. Some days not always as organized. Well, I had it open, but here. Okay, that's the link to the Ascended Master Store. So guys, over the last few months, a lot of people have been reaching out to me. What am I supposed to be doing? What's my soul purpose? What's my life purpose? How come I don't know what I'm here to do? Or even if I know I have, I'm a star being or an ET, and I know my origins, still, what am I supposed to do? Tell me. So rather than tell you, we are offering a class. It's going to be a 4-week hands-on class. Hands-on meaning it's live. Okay, so it's a live class. The first 20 or 30 minutes will be my whatever teaching I'm giving about cool things on finding your soul purpose, like your birth path, how to use that to know your destiny, things like that. And it's going to be 4 weeks so that we have 4 weeks to really dive in, hands-on, one-on-one, and I think you're going to like it. So it is up at can you scroll it down a little bit more where there's text? Okay, good. So over there, you'll see some of the text about it. It's a big screen that's on there. There should be a video there. That's an introduction video. As I said, it is 4 weeks, and it's on this platform. So once you sign up, they'll give you a password so you can go back on the program. And every week you will sign up on Zoom, and then I'll get all your emails the day of the class, and I'll be able to stay in touch with you for your homework, etc., etc. But it should be great because I'm actually a master group leader. I love running groups. It's just one of the things I like to do. Okay, good. Oh, and there's Lisa in the house. Wonderful. So guys, thank you very much. The wings behind me. Yes. Okay. So the best card that I could give us all tonight is Believe in Magic. So it's a great card. It's from the Sacred Rebel deck. And a lot of people clump miracles and magic together because there is a touch of magic. And what is magic? In fact, I haven't given a lot of thought to what is magic. Magic spells, are kind of like witchcraft spells, but that's an interesting concept about magic. So magic and miracles go hand in hand. Miracles, though, are a higher expression of the other one, of magic. Okay, miracles we put into motion, not by chanting a spell, but we put miracles into motion by chanting, by chanting tones, by toning, by chanting sacred tones like the Indian chants, or by doing affirmations. I am a magnet for miracles. I am healthy, wealthy, and happy. That, in a sense, is a magical spell in an old-fashioned sense of the word. We're playing with word magic because your words create an effect out in the universe. Okay, so when we say I am, we are calling in the higher power. So that affirmation, I am a magnet for miracles, and that declares our intentions. Does that make sense? Okay, so I shared an amazing miracle story because, yes, my children and I won a major lawsuit in 2002. We didn't get it till 2005. And the first thing I did was write my book and publish it. on the Miracle Makers Club and then launch some of the work that I still do today. Okay. All right. Now, Stone Hobbit. I like that. That would be crazy. What would I find if I did this cross? Well, that would be pretty cute, Stone Hobbit. You might find that you're pretty magical, as if you didn't know it. Now, listen, guys, anyone named Stone Hobbit is going to be a good friend of anyone named Joan of Angels, because we know that there's magic in the air for her. And magic, magic is where we find it. So it's all around us. Thank you, Regina. That's so true. And well, that is cute. What is wealth and where does it come from? That is a great question. I'm going to answer it. Wealth, true wealth. So as I'm thinking of wealth, Stone, I'm hearing going from this concept of great money to great abundance, to great fortune, to a fortune of great abundance and great money, because true wealth, in my consciousness, true wealth comes from a consciousness of the divine, of service, of grant, of miracles. And so when I would talk about wealth, I would see it as abundant, coming from all the work or the sharing of my purpose and mission on the planet. To me, that is true wealth. Okay. Now we know people can get wealthy without a heart also. And so that is. All right. So guys, is there anyone who has their own miracle story that they would like to share? So if that's true, we're going to put the link back in again. And here we go. So Tina put it up there. I'm going to put it in the chat. And guys, this is the first time that I've ever done this on a live stream. So I think I'm going to feel sad if no one hops in. So if you would like to hop on live and share a miracle story with us, or any miracle experiences that you've had as a result of listening to the show, I would love that. And that would make us so excited. So Stone Hobbit put a great comment up there about true wealth. Yes, it's the knowing of ourself, of who we are, of why we're here, of the big picture, of all that, and living a life we're expressing that, where our body, mind, and spirit, we're aligned, we're doing that. Our whole life is manifesting that which is that knowing of ourself. I just really love that, being able to share, being able to, as I keep saying, do what we came here to do in full empowerment of it. Okay. All right. So Tina Marie, would you like to come up and share your miracle story? I told her, she's probably sitting back there going, come on, guys. I'm going to tell you another story. When I first relaunched the Miracle Monday or Miracle Makers Club, I can't remember the name of it, 2017 again, I relaunched it. And as I was doing it on Monday, I had a dear friend, Randy. And Randy had been diagnosed with cancer. He was very, very ill. Can't remember exactly what year this happened. He was very ill. And he also had no money. So he wanted to do natural treatments, but he had no money. And he hopped on Monday night and he needed a miracle. I don't know if he put that out or not, but on Tuesday, I got a text or an email from him that said, Joan, you won't believe this. I had a miracle last night. Of course I believe it. He got a PayPal'd $5,000 from a college roommate from years ago that he hadn't seen in years and years and years and years. All right. Well, I don't see anyone wanting to hop on and share their miracles. And I can guess, guys, in my consciousness, thousands and millions of people are watching this stream. I would tell you in reality, in case you're shy, in the reality 3D world, not as many as those thousands and millions are watching. So if you're kind of shy about showing up on a live stream, I can tell you that millions of people will not yet be seeing you. In a few years, they will be. So I just want to give you the confidence in case you're shy. All right. So Tina Marie, let's talk about miracles for a minute.
Hello,
And
everybody.
hi, Tina Marie.
Hello. Yeah, I have, like you, Joan, have had many miracles in my life. One that I can get into that stands out, and it's still, even to this day, and it happened when I was young. My mom was very sick. I was put in different homes because of different situations. One of them that I was a constant runaway. And this last particular time that I had ran away, my dad had walked into my aunt's house and I was all excited to see him. They didn't see me standing behind him, and he had broke down into tears and told my aunt the doctor said my mother had less than 24 hours to live. Well, that's all it took for me. So again, I ran away. Only this time I knew that they wouldn't be able to find wherever I went. So there was this beautiful church that was in our area that my family had built. And this church, for some reason, was very special to me. Every time when I would go there, there was a friend. His name was Raphael. And we used to do all kinds of talks and go for walks. For me, he was real. I didn't know later on in life that he was actually the Archangel Raphael. But this particular time, I went back to the church, and I knew when all the priests and all the nuns were done with all their prayers. And one time the church lights were out, so I was hidden in a corner where I knew St. Raphael's picture was. Only at the time I didn't realize that, like I said, that he was the angel. So after all the lights went out, I managed to find my way up to the altar, and where I was sitting there, and I was in tears, and I was asking God, save my mom. I've been through so much trauma. I can't handle losing another mother. And things happened, and all of a sudden the entire church lights went on. And I thought that the priest came back in and turned the lights on, but it wasn't. And that was when I had seen Jesus had come to me. There were other things, and it's really long, so I don't want to get into it, but it was something that had happened, and I was told, because my prayers were heard, I was told then that who St. Raphael was, that he's always been with me, and because of that, my mother will be okay. The priest had found me, the Monsignor had found me the following morning sleeping up at the altar. And he said the only reason why he came back in, because he said he knew he turned the lights out in church. When he came in, there were no lights on at all in the church, except for the candle that was above the altar. And he knew I couldn't reach it because I was really tiny to begin with. So they don't know how the light got on, but it was classified as a miracle because when he went to go take something off and put on the altar, it was like the blood of Christ ran down on the white cloth that was draped over the altar. And he had asked me what had happened. And I told him that what I saw, who I talked to, and the very next day, my dad went to my aunt and said, the doctor said they have no idea what had happened, but all the cancer disappeared that night. And they said it was totally impossible. So that's my miracle that I like to share. I've gone back to the church where the candle was lit. Things have changed in the church. And in fact, this was like maybe 5 years ago that I went back, and I was just sitting there, just in prayer, meditating. And a young priest that came down and sat next to me, and he says, what are you looking at? And I said, oh, just the candle that kind of sticks out in the church. And he proceeds to tell me, he goes, well, there's this weird story. And he goes, and I said, really? And I didn't let on to know or anything. And he says, yeah, they says that there was this little girl, and she prayed and this miracle happened, and he was going on and on and on. Well, I finished the story for him, and he looked at me and goes, if you've not been here before, how do you know the story? And I looked at him, I said, because I was that 8-year-old girl. So that's my favorite miracle that I like to share.
I don't know why I'm crying.
I was trying not to, Joan. I'm trying not to.
Oh my God. It's always a sign when I cry. Tina, that is like such a profoundly beautiful story.
Thank you.
On many levels. First of all, that the presence, the candle, that that is amazing in itself. But also that you had such a strong connection with Raphael at such a young age.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know up until then that he was actually the archangel, and the church's name was called Saint Raphael. But I didn't realize that. To me, he was my friend. We used to go for walks and everything else. So he was always real. I could always see him. I still see him. So when people say they're not real, they are. I can attest to that. I've had many miracles, and I can definitely attest to angels.
Whoa. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much, love. Does anyone else have a story they would want to come up and share a story? I'm seeing some miracle stories coming up right here. Right here. We have another beautiful, isn't that a beautiful story? Yeah, I was looking for Canella. I'll read it. My miracle is amazing. In 2018, I didn't have a car. In fact, I knew Canella then. And I said the only way I'd get a car was someone would have to gift it to me. Also, that the insurance and maintenance would be paid for. And my older brother gifted me his Prius, as well as he and my sister-in-law paid for the insurance and maintenance. I'm filled with gratitude. That's right. And they even got her a new battery for her electric car a couple of years ago. That's a very beautiful story, Canella. I love that. Thank you. All right. Well, one of my other miracle stories just disappeared. Sometimes I can't talk, read, and think at the same time. Miracles just are so amazing, and miracles of healing happen all the time that confound the doctor. So my mother was dying of lung cancer back in 1987. And she was in the hospital that weekend, and the doctor had said, gather your family. This is the weekend. And rather than gather my family, because I was in California, no one was there, I called in my friend, Dr. Allender. He was an old-fashioned chiropractor, and he was very old-fashioned, hole-in-one, just the atlas. Some of you might know, some of you might not, but that kind of chiropractic can cure cancer. So I called him in, and he adjusted my mom in her hospital bed, and then we went out for Sunday brunch, the Santa Fe Cafe. I'll never forget this beautiful brunch. We come back thinking my mom is dying, and we come back, and my mom is sitting up in her bed demanding to be released, okay? Demanding to be released. And as a matter of fact, the doctor came by, and he said, whatever you're doing, now, this is a medical doctor to a chiropractor, saying whatever you're doing with your mother, keep doing. I'll authorize it. I'll get it paid for you, whatever, because he was blown away by her turnaround. And so she came home with us, but then, down the road, she really didn't she didn't have a lot to live for, which is another reason I'm doing this soul purpose class, guys, so that we can reawaken for those of you who feel lost or, sort of depressed, not knowing your direction. With all this going on, it's like, well, what am I supposed to be doing in it? And then I say to you, oh, you've been called for it. Well, people go, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, these are the things you are supposed to do. You're supposed to hold steady. You're supposed to do for the highest purpose of all concerned here. So This is great. And so another miracle is finding a parking spot in the crowded mall. And one way that I do the parking spot miracle is having my parking angels. And guys, I know that you know about parking angels, right? So the parking angels, yes. Okay. So Spirit told me to pull another card. Well, that's really, really interesting. So I pulled two cards. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I pulled two cards. The first one was solitude. And so that's a real deep reminder to go within and to really tune into your guides and start receiving messages on your own, you know. And as a matter of fact, yeah, so how can you start receiving messages from your guides and paying attention to that? So that's an important thing to do. So solitude in meditation, in walking, and doing yoga, chanting, what brings you peace. But then the next one I thought was really appropriate, overcoming obstacles. Guys, there's a lot of unknowns right now, but it's about overcoming obstacles. You can plant your sword, okay, and use it to pull you up. You can use it to cut through anything. You can use it to clean your auric field. You can use that sword to cut through other people's opinions, as I said, challenges and obstacles, soul contracts, cords. You can pull those cords out, get rid of those cords. So with that sword, Archangel Michael's sword, we can literally create a new life by literally cutting away what doesn't belong. All right. So we have some, I want to go back to this. Tina's, I'm just continuing to read this. And Rick has a beautiful comment there. You're lucky to walk with Raphael. You're so blessed. And, notice she calls him Rafi. So the childhood name that she had for him, and that's real, So I don't think she'd even call him Raphael now. She'd probably call him Rafi because that's who she knows. You are so blessed. Thank goodness your mom was healed and that God, Jesus, and Raphael answered your prayers. Rick, that is so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I think I could stop sniffling now. Do we have any other miracles in the house? You mean no one else in this room has had a miracle in their life? Okay. Well, I could tell you I told you that major miracle, but I have to tell you that getting a $5 million punitive damage award was actually a true major miracle because it literally did come out of the fact that my kids and I were just praying for miracles. And we were praying to get, $1 million out of the lawsuit. And to win a lawsuit against an insurance company like that is a miracle. And I have to say that. All right, well, let's see. So let's talk a little bit more then about Moon Day miracles. Okay, so the full moon, the new moon was coming, and the new moon is a great time to plant your seeds and your miracles. What miracles do you want? So do we have health miracles here? Physical health miracles, career miracles, financial miracles, life miracles. What kind of, and when I'm using the word miracles now, I'm also aligning it with the words that we were using of magic. Okay. The word spells, the magic spells, doing miracle spells meaning putting your words out into the universe as a form of an affirmation or an intention so that what you put out is what you get. So there's using it in that way. Okay. All right, guys. Well, okay. I guess this is the last time I have a community miracle share. Huh. Okay. All right. So again, and when we talk about miracles, we talk and talking about your soul-filled purpose, knowing your soul-filled purpose is a miracle. Okay. Knowing what you're here to do. So when I was 31 or 32, I went to this workshop. It was called a visioning workshop. Lisa DeLongchamp's and called in a group called Wing Song. Like, I'm still talking to angels, listening to the sound of your wings. I guess we need to do it more often. Okay. All right. So anyway, she had this group Wing Song, and I went to her visioning class, and I had a lot of miracles in that. I shared this in the manifesting workshop. So there is a workshop I did called Manifesting, and in it I share this story. And Lisa offered this class called Manifesting. And I thought, okay, manifesting. I'm going to take that manifesting class. And I took the class and I went into terror and fear because the homework was to manifest a jewel, a stone, some kind of gift without asking anyone for it. Okay. Like someone was going to walk up to you and give you this stone or this gift. And I was newly in San Francisco. I knew no one. And I'm like panicking, thinking I'm going to fail the class. And my girlfriend Joy got a beautiful diamond. It was, it was in a tissue because it wasn't in a ring yet, but it was beautiful, like 1 or 2 carat diamond. And it was from a friend, not from a boyfriend, fiance. Okay. So I go to my office, the chiropractic office, and guess what? I'm there at the office and I get a package. And this package is from my cousin Sheila back east in Pennsylvania. And she says to me, and she had a jewelry store, and she says, Joan, well, she sent me this beautiful card, and it was a beautiful amethyst with a gold chain. It fit right here. And I just looked at it in stunned silence that I manifested anything. I mean, I was just so taken aback. And I called her and she said, well, Jen, I woke up last week and I just had the feeling I wanted to send this to you and your sister. So both my sister and I got the same exact necklace, and that was a miracle to manifest that in that way. All right. So Lisa, I recently lost a job. I wasn't so sure how to feel about it. I just told my daughter, don't worry. Don't worry. 5 need 2 months and I'll be back at work. Till today, my daughters know how to draw miracles to me. So I'm not exactly sure how that worked, but your daughter must have said, don't worry, Mom. And she held that miracle consciousness. And there you have it. God, I'm still like dripping from Tina's story. So our children, I did the Miracle Makers Club with my children, guys. It was with my children that we sat down and we asked for what we wanted, and we put out what our dreams were, and we kept affirming, the new home we wanted, and the car, and the restoration of a life, and to travel. We actually very consciously every single night would affirm in our mastermind of 3, me, Alana, and Anton, and we would hold hands, and we won that lawsuit as a result of that Miracle Makers Club in believing. So one of the things about miracles is the belief that you can do it. Okay? Belief. So, and believing in it. So, and acting as if you already have it. So that is a big stretch sometimes in like acting like you already have it. And so, one of the things is that, I would beg. We were very impoverished. We had lost everything. I had nothing. buying a stamp could have been a full-time day. It took me all day just to figure out how to get enough money for a 30-cent stamp. It was that bad. And yet every day we would talk to Source and God for miracles and our angels. And, one of the things I heard was to stop asking to be sent a miracle. Okay? Stop begging for miracles. Stop asking for miracles in those ways, and start asking, what can I do for you? What can I do for you, Source? What can I do for you, God? How can I serve? How can I serve humanity? How can I give back for that which I am receiving? And so another way that we walked on our miracle path was asking, how can we give back? How can we give back? All right. So let's do this, guys. We're going to have to end a little early tonight. I'm going to a movie, and the movie is about mules. Okay. So good. And this is great, Lisa. I'm now encouraging my daughters to manifest their dreams so they are used to miracles happening to them. Yes. And a wonderful thing to do at the dinner table. What miracles do you want? What is it that you would like? What are your personal miracles, kids? And then what are the family miracles? So it's not just your personal miracles, it's your family miracles. All right, rub your hands together. The energy time is here. Rub, 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 rubber, rubber, rubber. Okay, your right hand gives, your left hand receives. So we're going to send energy out to you, and then feel that energy between your hands. And then I'm going to ask you to send energy to me and to Tina in the back room there. We're going to receive it and send it back to you. And at the same time, we're going to start to send that energy there around the planet. So it starts to circle, 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 and enfold our planet with celestial energies of balance, of healing, of health, of peace, of awakening. We ask that people around the world continue to wake up, continue to remember who they are, continue to say no to injustice, continue to say no to that which is not for their highest good. So we ask for a continual awakening of people around the planet. We ask for an upgrade in healing energies for everyone around the planet. We ask for an increase in healthy food, healthy living. We ask that every person on the planet have a bed to sleep in, a roof over their head, food in their belly, medicine and herbs and tinctures if they need it. Okay? So we did all of this. So sending this around the planet like the angel brigade gathering to rise the frequency of the earth. Yes, because the earth appreciates this. Our guides appreciate this. Our angels appreciate this, so that wherever we may go, miracles may be manifesting. Yes. And these are healings. That is very beautiful, Rick. And I understand. So on that note, guys, I must leave. As I said, I'm going to see a movie about mules. Some of you may know what that means. Also, I want you to know we're in discussions on my new show, Awake, Aware, Ascend with Joan of Angels, and I'll tell you more about that. But meanwhile, I want to remind you that, and by the way, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate all of that. And I do, because I'd like to see this channel go viral so we can reach more people with healing miracles, just like our friend Rick did. So guys, please check out the website, joanofangels.com. Check out the class on the Ascended Masters store. I will have it up on my website in the next few days, but in the meantime, go check it out over there. I think you will like it. And so I will see you all next week, guys.